Hey, good morning, everybody. We're going to try to continue our work with chapter 7, and today we're going to make the paper towel holder. We're going to start here. We're going to go to open a new Sketch It for Schools bottle. Create new. Let's try to save it. Bring it to the Sketch It for Schools drive. Hi, kitty. Kitty. Okay, so we need to open up to page 174, I believe is what it is. So here's page 174. We're going to be doing this. I'm going to be putting when I come back and edit this, we'll put the cut list on the board. We're going to need a total of 4 pieces. We'll have the back, the 2 ends, and then the dowel. Here we go. Back is 11 1/8, I believe is what that would be. Yep. So we're going to go to a rectangle right here like this. We'll look for a blue. We're going to put 5. It's actually 5 1/4. It's not 5 1/2. So we're going to do 5.25, comma, space, 11 and 1 divided by 8. If we were to make it a decimal point, it'd be 11 and 125, 11.125. We're going to do that. Okay, let's get rid of Catherine Johnson so we can do our zoom extents to bring what we just created to the center. So we're going to click on this to bring it to zoom extents, just like this. Then we're going to raise this up to 3/4 of an inch. We're going to do push pull, 0.75 or 3 divided by 4, just like that. I'm bringing my fingers together like this to bring it up on the mouse pad if I'm not using a mouse. Then I need to highlight the whole thing. And then, whoops, I don't have, see how this black is not highlighted? I need to re-highlight it so that that part can also be highlighted so it's part of that. Now it's blue. Everything is highlighted now. We're going to right click on it and we're going to do make component. And this is going to be the back. Okay. So the next one, we're going to make the, we'll make the 2 ends. We're going to start by making the rectangle first. So we're going to use that. We're going to go 5.25, comma, space 6 inches. We're going to hit enter. And we're going to bring it up to 3/4 of an inch. So we'll click this, bring it to here, move it up 0.75, hit enter. Then we need to orbit up so we can see it, see the top of it. We're going to grab the pan tool, which is this one right here. We're going to move it up this way, just like this. And then we're going to highlight this. Actually, let's bring this up. We need to find our center line, which, whoops, hit escape. Control Z, Control Y to bring that back up. Midpoint, we're going to come down like this. And according to the center of that hole is at 2 5/8 of an inch, 2.625. I just know that because it's what 5 divided by 8 is 0.625. You could do 2 space 5 divided by 8, 2 space 5 divided by 8, which would be the same thing. 5 divided by 8, 625 is what that ends up being. Now at this point, we're going to have a hole that is, we're going to switch to here. And then we're going to go to the shapes. We're going to change this to circle. We're about ready to do one of the, we're going to be doing one of the arcs here in a second that we've never done before. We need to find the radius of a circle that is 1 1/4 inches. So here's how you're going to do that. You're going to take 1 inch, divide it by 2, which you would have it half. Then we're going to take a quarter, divide that by 2, which would be 1/8. So it's going to be 0.625 or 5/8. 5 divided by 8 for the radius. We're going to hit enter. If we were to measure this and go to the measuring tool, we're going to click on the outside edge of this and come across to here. Should be 1 1/4 inches. Perfect. Good job, Keenan. High five. Okay. We're going to hit escape. We're going to push this all the way through. But before we do that, we're going to make a what I did is I just set a line across. Actually, that's probably not going to work. Let's redo it. It looks like it might be off a little bit. We're going to delete that. We're going to take our pencil or a line tool. I'm going to draw a line from here across to this end like this. This is going to help set up our arc to cut off the end of it. And we're going to go like this. Now we're going to go to our arc, which should be right here like this. I think we want to do a 3-point arc, which it should be actually on this one. So we're going to click here. We're going to click on this one over here like this. And then we're going to go like this. Then we're going to hit escape. So if you didn't see that, I used the 2-point arc. Control Y. I want to have my intersection. We're going to use the 2-point arc, which is the second arc tool, just like this. We're going to click here. It's called the 2-point arc. I like to call it a 3-point arc because you're going to click 3 times. Click there, and then we're going to move it to the top of this. And we're going to hit escape. Now we can delete the lines that we don't need. So we can delete this line, hit backspace. As soon as it highlights blue, click on this line, hit backspace, click on this line, hit backspace, click on our center line that's going through the radius, or the diameter, I mean, of that circle. Then we're going to use our push-pull to get rid of, to put a hole through the center. We're going to go like this, get rid of that. It's going to come down to here, get rid of that, just like that. And now we have an end that we can stand up. We're going to first make it into a part. So we're going to highlight it, right click, and then we're going to make a component, and we're going to call this end, just like that. Then we're going to I just thought of something. We can do it later. First, we're going to stand it up. We're going to use this rotation tool. '90. I just click the rotation tool, click on two different points on the same edge to get it to go up. Then we're going to hit escape, click off with the arrow tool, click off of it. To copy it, we're going to click on it and then do Control C, then Control B. Now we have two ends. Now we're going to go zoom out. I'm going to rotate this. Let's go to the orbit tool so we can see this end. Remember, we're going to do common. When we're moving it, we're going to click on the common points. If we orbit a little bit more, like this, so we're going to hit the move portion, and we'll click on this part right here like this, the end of this corner. We're going to snap this into the bottom just like this. Then we'll snap this corner into the bottom of this one, just like that. To lock all this in, we're going to make an entity. I like this whole thing like this. And then we're going to right click, make components. You could make it a group too, would be the same thing. This is just going to make it so that it's locked in. We're going to do paper. You can literally call it whatever you want. You could call it Fred. It doesn't matter what you call it. You're just making it an entity, which is going to lock it together just like that. We're going to hit OK. Okay. Then we just need to do one more thing. What are we missing? The dowel that goes through it. Okay. So what we're going to do, now that we've made it an entity, we can go like this, and we're going to draw it directly on this face. Remember what our diameter was? 5/8, or you can go 0.625, which is the same thing. Then we're going to go to push-pull. And I believe the distance of that would be 1 foot, 2 inches, and 5/8 of an inch. So it'd be 14 and 5/8. So if we could do 14.625, which is what 14 and 5/8 would be. Then we're going to make it so it is exactly to the outside edge. If you're looking at the print right here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it if I hold it up like this. So if you look at right at the end of how far that is sticking out, it says it's one inch from the end. That's how far the dowel is sticking out. So what we're going to do before we move it in, we're going to first move it away from there. And you just orbit out just a little bit, just like this. I'm going to highlight the whole thing, just like this. Then we're going to click on the move tool like this. Move it up like that. Then to lock it in, to make it so that we have exactly 1 inch from this end, we're going to go like this. We're going to click on the end and draw along the edge. And we're going to type in 1 and then hit enter. Then we're going to hit escape. Now this is going to be somewhat tricky. We're going to see if I can't make it work. So I did the whole thing again. Then we're going to go like this. And we're going to make this a component. Make this the dowel. Then we're going to hit OK. Now let's see if I can't move this. You know what we could do? We need to make common points, you remember? So we can go like this. We can draw, since we did in the middle of there. We can go right here. We can move it out like this. This will give us a common intersection. Hit escape. Click on the arrow. Change it. Then we can try to move it. Let's see if this works. See if my idea worked. Click on here. I need to change my angle of where I am looking towards this. Then go back to the move tool and it should still have it right where we want it. Look at that. Way to go. It was right there. Hit escape. Control Z. Let's see if I did it right. It looks like it's right. Hooray! So here's what I did. You need to, and if you're going to be connecting things and you need to have common points, I made another intersection right there so that I can take the end of the line that I had on my dowel and make it connect with the end of the line that I drew on the face right there. If you hit escape, click off of here, you can see that. If you wanted to get rid of those points, we can click on that, we can delete that. You can go back here to edit the component, edit component. We can click on that line right there to get rid of that line. Whoops, Control Z. Oh, that doesn't like it to do that, so we shouldn't do that. You can't really just get rid of that. Whenever we did, nope, it doesn't like that. Doesn't matter, we can leave that on there, it's not a big deal. Look at this. Now we have a paper towel holder completed, and it should look perfect. If you guys wanted to color this to make it look like wood, we can go to here to get the materials list up here, then click on this, then scroll to the bottom of this where it says wood. Done. Looks kind of like a cherry, which the dowels always seem to be a little bit lighter colored. So let's make this like a maple or something. There you go. There it looks like something you'd make in the shop. Now we had on ours we would add a dowel to a peg to make this go through so it doesn't come out, but that's fine. We can just make this. So to make this lock in, we can either make it a component or we can make it a group. If we highlight everything like this and you right click, just make it a group. That'd be good enough. And now we have a completed paper towel holder. Done. Good job. Save. Done. We're gonna make the footstool next.